So here's our next question. Concerts and sporting events also fueled a record-breaking year of gig tripping, while TV shows and movies influenced travelers to set jet, both of which sound really fun to me. So what's next? What are you expecting to be the unique events, opportunities, and moments that will drive business to the travel industry as a whole and to the outdoor travel industry very specifically? Anyone who wants to dive in first on that very loaded, packed question.
I can jump in. You brought up set jetting, and just from personal experience, I live in Montana, and we are definitely feeling the effects of set jetting for people who are coming here to visit, what they're watching on the show Yellowstone. And that's been a big tourism driver for our state. It's also driven a lot of people to move here. And our campgrounds, particularly in and around the areas where the show is filmed or represented on TV, are doing very well. And people are coming specifically for that. So I do think that's real. And it's definitely something that if you do happen to be a location in an area that, a television show or a movie is being filmed or represented on TV, you should lean into that because people are definitely traveling for that. The one thing I would add on, types of trips, I think that wellness continues to be interesting, but I think increasingly people are viewing the outdoors as an answer for wellness. So they're seeking ways to connect with nature, whether that's to just to de-stress, disconnect. We definitely saw that in our data leading into the election. People wanted to disconnect from media and they were seeking the outdoors. But in general, the outdoors and what we provide in outdoor hospitality is in by nature wellness travel, and I think that people are seeking that out proactively. With that, comes experiences and adventure. They want to try new things. They want to push their limits. So you're seeing like rock climbing and rafting, and I think the more we can connect people to do that in our local area, the better. We have a unique experiential offering at one of our campgrounds in Maine that actually takes people out into the ocean in the saltwater immersion early in the morning. It's like a cold plunge. And we're doing that at our glamping property at Terramore, and it's been very, very well received. So people are just looking for unique ways to connect with nature.
You have to have like a pop culture expert on staff and someone who's tapped into these trends. It adds a whole other dynamic to your marketing. Anyone else? What are the unique experiences that people are going to be flocking towards?
From our survey, the things that came up at the top were food, history, and music were the things that people are building their trips around. History definitely indexes higher with boomers. The food index is the highest with Gen Zers, where 73% of them are saying that they would, build an itinerary around food. So those are the top ones we're seeing now. You talked about what's next on this. I think the big thing for us as an industry is we don't really know what's next. We need to be able to react to it quickly, whatever it is. But just kind of one guess on that, something that popped on our survey this year that hasn't in the past, is that about 25% of millennials would consider planning a trip around a book or a novel. And I think that is, potentially one. The TV ones, the set jetting, we've seen a lot of this year.
Alyssa, any intangible emotions driving hip camp travel?
Yeah, I think very similar to what we talked about. We just did a survey where a full half of the campers reported tradition as like a reason for travel. So going to the same place with the same family members or the same group of college buddies. And I think that, the affordability of camping as a way to honor